Alright guys, hello. So I am going to give you a brief explanation of Wednesday's assignment. So that would be Wednesday the 8th. You are going to do a common lit entitled Protest Music is as American as Apple Pie. By Thomas Poole. So in here, it is an informative text in which he discusses America's history of protest music and its role in various social movements. So you're going to read through, this is like the introduction, right? And then you're going to read through the different phases, major phases, that protest music has gone through. You're going to see that the guided questions are enabled, so you'll read a little bit, answer a question, read a little bit, answer a question, and then you're going to get to the assessment questions. Okay, so the first question is asking you what is the central idea of the text, right? So think big picture. So which one of these can be applied to the text as a whole, not just specific parts. The second question asks you to find a piece of evidence, or to choose one of these pieces of evidence that supports your answer to this. So again, my recommendation for these is always to go back and read which one you chose, and then read through the options and figure out which one supports it. Okay. Question 3 asks you, how did protest music in America develop over time? Okay. So read through these after you've read this. How did it develop? Question 4 says, which statement best describes how the author develops his analysis of protest music? So this question is asking you about the author, right? And how he talks about protest music, his analysis. Why is he talking about it, and how is he talking about it? Okay, so as you are reading through these answers, think about the author. Okay, and then the last question is a short response. How do the lyrics that the author quotes from protest songs contribute to the development of ideas in the text? Cite evidence from the text in your response. All right. So what I would do in this situation is I would skim back through and read some of these big excerpts of lyrics. Okay. Here, right? Read these big excerpts and think, okay, so maybe after I've read those 3, maybe throw in this one too, because it's towards the bottom. I'll reread those, and then I'll think, okay, how do those lyrics help this author talk about these protest songs? Okay. So again, the question is, how do the lyrics that the author quotes from protest songs contribute to the development of ideas in the text? How does it help him prove his point? Okay, and please, 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 guys, make sure that you put in a piece of evidence. If you don't, automatically, I cannot give you a 4 because you did not do one of the things. All right, so that is what you're going to do for this. Take your time and read this before you start on the questions. The biggest mistake you can make is to zoom through those guided reading questions, not really trying, and then just try to answer these, because there is only 5 questions. So let's say you missed 2, your score is already not going to be so great. So just take your time reading it. It will pay off whenever you answer the questions. All right, so if you know how to do CommonLit, you are good. You can close this video. But if you have forgotten how to log into CommonLit, or you were not around whenever we were doing our Monday CommonLit practices, I am going to tell you how to get on. All right, so you are going to log into your Clever, right, where you're going to your Teams. And you're going to find the blue book that says CommonLit. Okay? Click the little heart in the top corner. It'll look like this. I loved mine already, so it's red. So that it moves up here. Okay, so then once it's up in your favorites, it'll always come up right at the top. Then you're going to click on the little box. So if you've never logged in to CommonLit before, you're going to have to set up an account real quick. You're going to have to it'll have a username for you, I'm pretty sure, and you just have to create a password. Anything you want, just make sure that you write it down. Okay? Once you do that and get logged in, you may see all of these assignments pop up. You do not have to do any of them. The only two that we have done since we started this virtual school is the War Works Hard, which we did last week, and then Protest Music is as American as Apple Pie, which is what this assignment for Wednesday is. So you're going to see that and you're going to click on it, and when you click on it, it's going to pull this up in your guided reading questions. So then work through that in the assessment questions, hit submit when you're done. It will automatically send it to me and you are good. Okay? All right, so if you have any questions at all, send me a message on Portal. I am more than happy to help you with anything that you need. And also, not only with my class, but with all of your classes, if you are feeling overwhelmed by the amount of work, definitely reach out to the teacher and explain the situation. So maybe you're at home and you're having to share your computer with 3 or 4 of your siblings, or even one other sibling, and if both of your teachers are giving you guys a ton of work, it can get very stressful getting behind. So just make sure that you're keeping that communication open so that we as teachers can help each other through this, right? Make sure that you're logging in and doing attendance every day by 4 o'clock, right? I usually try to be done with work by 4, sometimes later, but usually 4. So if you can, right? I know some of you are working and whatnot, but if you can get in and do it before then, that would be awesome. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Keep your distance, right? Stay healthy, wash your hands. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye!